Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and thank you for joining us today, this Wednesday, Hump Day, which is the day of the very important love connections. Could be a twin flame, could be a soulmate, which soulmates could also be friendships, and could also be karmic relationships with various people. Many of you are here and looking for answers relative to love. Love does come in different shapes and forms, so we will be taking the romance angels. What am I saying? Not the romance angels, the tarot of sexual magic, which is more the romantic love connections. So you can even watch this reading for friendships, excluding, of course, this deck. Let's go. We're using the Connolly Tarot. We will be looking at how the Black Moon astrology cards reiterate the astrological influences, as I do believe tarot and astrology do work together, and that's why I do prefer to utilize both of these mystical, powerful tools. This is logically the twin flame, soulmate, or karmic relationship reading. We do offer these through our website, and you can get the links beneath this video. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your donations. Always, they do help the channel. They help this channel continue. Any support, even if it's liking the video, is the oxygen of this channel. Thank you so much in advance, and a special thank you to our patrons who are those who are holding up this channel more so. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and let's see what's going on today, the 15th of May, as May is a very important month. It's the most positive month of the year, so with so much Taurus going on, Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it will affect us financially, emotionally. We will see if we're being valued in certain love relationships. As I said, love comes in many forms. So let's see, as today's card of the day, if you're following us on Instagram, if not, the link is beneath. The card of the day today is the Tower. We know the Tower, those of you that follow us here, I always say is Uranus. It is a Mars-ruled card as well. So Uranus and Venus are connecting. The Sun and Uranus are connecting, but also Jupiter, Sun, Uranus, and Venus. They're all in connection. Mercury is at his last degrees. He's come out of that shadow phase. He's on new turf now. He's at that critical 29th degree of Aries, having passed over Chiron, having retrograded over Chiron, which is that open wound. It could be childhood wounds. It could be wounds that we're carrying from a past incarnation relative to I, me, my, thyself, which is Aries, which can be a zodiac sign, an energy of war, ego, fights, but also enthusiasm, new beginnings, and taking action. Okay, we are going to see, and we're seeing around us, a lot of aggravation, warlike energies, but also the possibility through challenging situations. It's like we're breaking through and breaking free also from past unhealthy situations. Okay, new cycles, or the cycles that have begun from the beginning of the Aries season, the new astrological year, are now opening up and they're crystallizing. Taurus is a fixed earth sign, is very slow to move, needs that security, that certainty before action can be taken. So let's see what is going on. What is the karma dharma? What is the karma dharma, dear spirit? And thank you for your guidance today. Remember, this is a general reading, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm sure that since you're here and we're tuning in energetically, there should be some sort of clarity in a certain way, in a specific way for you. Is it a yes please today? No, it's not a yes please today, as I've got a lot to do. So remember, it's random that we do the yes please. This week we won't be doing it. So let's see what the message is. We've got control. So Leo comes through. The strength card this is. Energetically, and I think we tuned into this energy, when was it? On the Messenger is here, so the last upload on our channel here, it was a lot about emotional control, as Pluto was opposing the moon moving through Leo, Pluto in Aquarius. That could still be playing out as the moon is still transiting through Leo. The moon is actually squaring over to Algol, Medusa's head, which is all very much about poisonous thoughts. Anything to do with control. Who is the head? Who is the leader? So power struggles could have come through and could be still coming through for some of you. This is a card of trying to control a situation. This is like someone controlling their inner beast, their inner wild, raw sexual energies, in holding back with what they desire or who they desire. So holding back is also a form of control, remember. Very Plutonian. Let's see how the astrology affects the reading today and the energies. Black Moon, Lilith, and mystery. Yeah, lots of mysteries, possibly also revealed today, as we had that general card of the day, Uranus, the Tower. And Black Moon Lilith is transiting through Virgo, and in good aspect, in very good aspect to Uranus. So Black Moon Lilith can be a mystery. It's a very dark energy. It's like Venus, Aphrodite transiting, let's say, through Scorpio. So very strong Scorpio energies, lower vibrational energies. Lilith did demand respect and equality, which she did not receive from Adam. Therefore, she was banished from the Garden of Eden. And there's a sense of sore energies, injustices, not being treated equally and fairly. So mystery means someone possibly pulling back their energy, controlling themselves, possibly to manipulate or to control a situation, whether it's someone holding back on their desires. The desires could be very sexual as well, because this is a very sexual card, as is Black Moon Lilith. Is that raw feminine sexual emotions, right? So we know that feminine yin, yang, what am I saying? Yin energy is more excessive. So it's like, I feel like the yang, the masculine side to a feminine, is coming out and trying to manipulate or steer, if not manipulate, steer a situation in a certain direction. It's like the divine feminine, it is asking for justice, recognition, and acknowledgement. This is what I'm getting here. And Lilith is transiting through Virgo. Virgo is very motherly. Virgo is of service. This is like taking back the feminine, taking back their power. And that is sort of instigating some tower moments, some sudden rude awakenings, possibly in either of the people. Now, obviously, you're thinking of someone being here and watching this reading. So it could speak to either one person or the other. because we all hold the yin and the yang energies internally. We've got 12th house and escape. So you see, escape, 12th house is a very quiet house. It's like I'm in solitude. I've withdrawn my energy. I'm in hiding. I'm not communicating. I'm sort of trying to lick those wounds. Remember, because Medusa was a gorgon, right? She had a head of snakes, and Perseus had to behead her because she was doing so much damage. The damage was the poison, poisonous thoughts, thoughts about who leads, who controls. All right, so I get power struggles here. And the 12th house can also be a very karmic house, but it can also be a very spiritual and very, it's like dark light here, a very godly house, a very divine, what you see is what you get. That's the lighter side of Pisces, let's say, unconditional love, surrender, sacrifice. But I feel here that there's more. I'm taking back my energy, my power, and I'm not going to feed anymore. I feel that that's the divine feminine, whoever holds that side at this point. I'm not going to service because I've been treated very unjustly. And this is also the divine feminine taking control through sexual manipulation. And we know that the masculine is more active, more proactive, and usually is about action and driven desires. Here I feel that those desires are withheld. It's a form of self-control, or even controlling the other, okay? And the shell here does remind me of Venus, the synodic cycle of Venus. And Venus is soon coming up to connect with the sun. Venus is the goddess of love, values, self-worth, prosperity, and even peace, but also desires and pleasures. So it's like we're closing up a major cycle at this time before that Venus star point that's going to happen in Gemini. So Venus going through a combustion, a burning. It's like burning love, or setting love on fire, setting those emotions on fire. It's like, what can I say? It's like being burnt. Love is burnt now. Love is not seen. Venus is unavailable. We cannot see her physically in the sky. Therefore, it's like love has gone into the 12th house, which is also a very karmic house. There's solitude. The divine feminine is licking her wounds. She's been disrespected. She's been treated very unfairly. She needs to take time out. And this could also speak to third parties, secret love affairs that have not been realized as well. The word escape, we've got mystery and escape. So it's like someone's done a disappearing act and there's a great mystery. But something is coming to an end, a completion. 12th house is completion. Possible long distance relationships as well. Power struggles, and part of fortune increase. The part of fortune in astrology can speak to the physical body as well. We know that it's Virgo Pisces, which is the emotion. Pisces is the emotional body. Virgo is the physical body. An unhealthy mind leads to an unhealthy body, and the other way around. So we know and I'm referencing the 6th house of Virgo is where Lilith is. She's been there for a few months and will stay there for a little bit more. It's about acts of service. It's about being that motherly, dependable person there, the effort you've put into, but also a certain situation going on which is about cleansing, healing, the physical side of a relationship, the emotional side of a relationship. Now, obviously, there's possible, because the 12th house can also be, I'm not well. It's the house of solitude. I need to meditate. I need to spend some time alone. I need to be like the hermit, to see the light, to heal, seeking advice either through one's higher self or through, mysticism and advice. The hermit mode, I would say, which can also speak to medically not feeling well, physically, emotionally. So as I said, the part of fortune it can speak to the physical body, relative to the ancient astrological systems, and how the ancients used to see the part of fortune, which is like a sensitive point in the chart. You need to know your correct birth time, your exact birth time, to see where your part of fortune is. It's a sensitive point in your chart, which is like the wheel of fortune. It can be fortunate or unfortunate. We know the wheel of fortune, when upright, is very positive, very advantageous, very lucky. When it's looking down, it's the opposite. So it can go either way for each of us here. For me, it's more towards the wheel of fate looking upwards. Why? Because Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, and the Sun in Taurus, in a Venus-ruled sign, they're the two great benefics, Venus and Jupiter. The Sun is going to connect with Jupiter. The luckiest day of the year is coming up. So I do feel that for many of us, and we see cycles as well. So this does speak to various cycles that you've been in. And maybe this Venus in the heart of the king, which is the Sun, which is happening on the 11th of June, is going to be a very important moment of increase. Increase doesn't speak to decrease. So that's why I see this card as very positive. Okay. So things changing fatedly, very suddenly and out of the blue. As Mars is coming up to the North Node, which the North Node in Aries is I, me, my. It's that new beginning. It's the seed that's planted, but it's a Jupiterian energy. And Mars is the accelerator, the warlike. I'm ready to go to war. I'm ready to fight for this. And I desire this. I desire even to get uncomfortable and reach that North Node. Remember, we're all part of the collective. Mars, though, is triggering, very triggering, as he's touching on those sensitive degrees of the eclipses that we've had. So look at your own chart. Where is Aries and where is Libra? That's where the eclipses have been happening. What's at the bottom? And we've got 10th house in the world. The world could speak to a completion, yes, or you're dealing with a foreigner. Yes, it's a completion point. The Fool's Journey is coming to an end. The 10th house is also it's my reputation, who I am out there in the world. It's my career, my goals, my status, my social standing. So this could speak to a house. It's like an energy of accomplishment, I would say. And it's the natural house of Capricorn, so ruled by Saturn. And Saturn, we know, is challenging, limiting, but also grounding, very much about lessons, very much about karma. But the world is like an accomplishment, we know. So, okay, so I'm going to speak to now which signs come through. Obviously, Leo, Pisces. We've got Capricorn very strongly. I'm going to say Sagittarius as well. Why? Because the Wheel of Fortune is like, it is Jupiter, and Jupiter also rules Pisces. So Sagittarius comes through as well. Let's take the Connolly Tarot and see what's going on. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. So calling on my archangels for guidance. Just clearing our energies with some incense here. Wow. Okay. Three of Swords could be disappointments. Third parties influence, and the third parties don't have to always be love affair, secret love affair. It could be a mother-in-law. It could be a business. Could be anything. So, dear Spirit, my archangels, calling on the guidance of Archangel Michael today, particularly for guidance at this time. What's going on in this divine union, the person that you are concentrating and thinking about right now? Let's go. Two of Pentacles in the now. The challenge is the Nine of Swords. Some sort of a decision. Things that are up in the air. Two choices. Two situations that someone we know in the Two of Pentacles is like the juggler. And the juggler means very similar to the magician energy. Either hedging one's bets, being in between two situations, or someone hoping that they've got a second chance at a situation, maybe even doubting that they will be given a second chance, or that a choice is made by the other. And the choice is because you might be in another situation. The choice may be you, a decision that you're wanting to make, maybe what your person is hoping for, that they will be the one chosen. That could also be playing out here. Let's take the foundation, the root of the reading. Page of Swords, Gemini. We've got Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We do have some earth here. Page of Swords, communication through social media. The Gemini season is just around the corner, so there could be more communication. I have mentioned in yesterday's reading that if there's something that you're wanting to communicate, it's a good time to do it before Mercury enters Taurus. That will be tomorrow on the 16th, depending on where you are. And that's when the energies will become more heavy. Communication will become slower. But when there will be communication, it will be more about crystallizing and things becoming more real. Okay. Page of Swords, yes, communication through social media. Playful energies, possibly also spying through someone, communicating through social media, checking someone out through social media. Going through a certain learning curve as well. Difficult decisions. Let's look at the recent past. Seven of Swords. Make love, not war, is this card for me in this deck. Putting your swords aside, and instead of fighting, arguing, cutting each other, it's more about coming together. Putting, setting hurts, past deception aside. Possibly also, just like Perseus beheaded the poison mind, those lower poisonous emotions or even thoughts of Medusa, beheading that. It's like cutting the poison away. Cutting the poison away, and therefore a sense of relief, a sense of letting go of the fear, letting go of the fear of an ending, because Medusa would look at you and turn you into stone. So that spoke to death. So the fear of death, the fear of ending may be coming through. The fear of ending because there could be a possible turn. Maybe even the poison could be controlling, or those power struggles, who's going to hold the position of power as well. But also remember, Leo is the inner child, and the inner child cannot hold secrets. The inner child in Leo is about play. It's about taking a risk, not fearing taking that risk, not fearing flirting, being more playful, and opening up emotionally and creating a situation that's much more lighter. But also not fearing, because Leo is leadership, not fearing taking leadership and the initiative. Remember, Leo is also a fixed fire sign. So Uranus now is squaring over to that Leo moon. So this could be quite groundbreaking, quite sudden, huge and very quick sudden turns and changes relative to those stuck energies as well of Taurus. So I don't know, love, it's like going to the casino and risking love instead of risking your money. Yes, money could be a risk. Someone fears losing money because of a certain relationship, or risking taking a gamble, because that gamble could be costing someone's self-worth, someone's reputation. Yes, it's like the Russian roulette here. But remember, part of fortune is things that happen by chance, again, through risk, through a gamble, through taking that leap of faith, through taking leadership. There's some sort of an accomplishment and an increase. Interesting, we've got a 12, a 9, and a 9. So today's the 15th. I don't know, maybe count 9 days from today and then 15 days from today. But we've also got a 7. So we've got a 7, I said 12. You need to take into account number 3 as well. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking 3rd of June. Pay attention to the 3rd of June. And also the 7th and the 9th could be important days. What's crowning here? We've got the 8 of Pentacles. Virgo energy. This relationship could be connected through work as well. 9 of Pentacles in this deck is showing someone that thinks a lot during the time of work, does pause to think about a situation, whether they can invest more. It's the 8 of Pentacles, whether they're going to work anymore, put more effort into this situation. But remember, it's a Virgo card, which speaks to the details. There's just little nitty-picky things, the Virgo side, energetically. It's about, looking more at that smaller picture rather than that larger picture, which could be also limiting things. But let's see, near future. 9 of Cups, interesting. Another 9. Interesting with the 9 of Cups. We had that on Instagram a couple of days ago. So a possible wish fulfillment. And we've got another 9 here, 2 9s as well. And the 9 of Cups can also be someone that's trying to drown out their sorrows. Someone that's doing things for them to try and overcome any wounding, any hurt. It's interesting. We've got a 7, 8, and a 9. There's like a transition, difficult thoughts, in practical matters, some issues that are trying to be worked out, and in emotional matters in the near future, it's all about that wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is one of the most positive cards in the deck. I would relate it to the Sun as well. So Nine of Cups could be a possible wish fulfillment for you and an increased hope in an accomplishment. After some poisoning thoughts, some injustices, some sort of releasing, surrendering, not fighting a situation. Let's look at the position of you. You've got the Eight of Wands, so I don't know if you're sending out messages or you're expecting those Cupid's love arrows that are coming in very quickly. Eight of Wands can also be you thinking of travel if you're dealing with someone that's at a physical distance. Let's take a peek at what's beneath the 10th house in the world. We've got Capricorn and IUs. There's Capricorn, it's a number 22. 22 is like a path. It's like the path in the Lenormand. 22 a master number. Make or break. Twos do speak to separation. They do speak to coupling up. Working together, not in opposition with your person, but also difficult decisions in whether to keep climbing that mountain, the goat, right? The mountain goat. What gives him more strength is not the strength in the knees, because of course Capricorn is the skeleton, right? It's our bone structure. It's what holds us up. And physically maybe we feel as though we're exhausted, but what keeps that mountain goat climbing that mountain is belief, is its beliefs that it can reach that accomplishment of the World card, but with a little bit of help from Spirit, with a part of fortune. And this would be the hand of God and Spirit sort of nudging and helping that mountain goat up the mountain, trying to get to that peak, that accomplishment. Let's see what's surrounding you and in your environment. This would be your person. Six of Cups. Soulmate. A soulmate, so someone you're connecting from the past. For those of you that are hoping for love, if you've closed the door on past love because there was all this injustice, you've probably also suffered psychological, even depression, even physical health problems. It could be that, I don't know, I'm getting like a storm, the storm before that rainbow comes through. Like after a tower moment, it's like the sun comes out. We see that rainbow. That's the energy that I'm getting. So possibly, Six of Cups, yes, could be a soulmate, someone you've known from the past, or, for those of you that are hoping for someone, for that special person to enter your life, they may seem like they're very familiar to you. If this is someone that you haven't known, there's a sense of familiarity here. And what I'm getting is that possibly you and this person are very much alike. And what I mean by that is that they've had their own issues, their own lessons as well. So this is someone that would understand what you've been through in the past. This is for those of you that are hoping for new love to come in, or there's someone that you already know, but this relationship has not happened yet. Maybe it was all about the communication, physical distance. If not physical, maybe the timing was off. So it will be different for each of us. So your person is nostalgic. And when I say nostalgic, Six of Cups is like an offer, isn't it? It's an emotional offer. It usually shows a little boy and a little girl. The boy's offering some flowers. So there's something to do with flowers, something to do with an offer, a romantic offer, something to do with an emotional offer. something intended, even a good, a sweet, act from someone. It could be even a chance encounter, that a sweet act from someone sort of is the seed that's planted, which can start something new, right? Nevertheless, we've got the card of nostalgia, Six of Cups, emotional balance. Obviously, there hasn't been emotional balance. We're not reading reversals, so we'll see what other cards come through here. But what is in your hopes and fears? We've got the Four of Pentacles. This is the Miser card. But as you could see, we've got the Two Pentacles up in the air, just like the Juggler. The Two of Pentacles on the floor. So to me, it's like being halfway. It's someone that's ready to juggle, someone that's wanting to make a decision. It's like it's the energy of the Knight of Cups for me here, that someone is ready to come forward with that offer, but then they've got second thoughts. They're taking a couple of steps back. Remember, the Four of Pentacles is like holding on or holding back, isn't it? Now, if this is relative to what your person thinks, Four of Pentacles, remember that someone that is stingy with their money could be stingy with their heart as well. Even though the Four of Pentacles can also speak to someone ready to secure a situation, because Four is the Emperor, and the Emperor can give us that secure long-term relationship. So yes, it's the Miser card. Yes, it's holding on to someone or the thought of someone. Yes, it's someone protecting their heart. Here, it's like they're not, because his hands are not crossed over his heart. So, I don't know, it's like they're halfway to securing this relationship, or this is what they're hoping. Or, I don't know why, but I'm getting like someone could be in preparation of moving homes. That's what I'm getting here, because fours always speak to the home, securing this relationship, someone, because we see a split between the Two and the Two of Pentacles. So like that path number 22, a 2 and a 2, right? So some sort of hesitation on a decision, or even opportunities relative to a path opening, or anything to do with divorce, separation, and decisions, difficult decisions. What is the outcome? We've got the Five of Cups. I had a feeling that the outcome wouldn't be one of the best cards, but it still is a card of opportunities. As we see the Five Cups up there, there are lots of regrets here. Regrets to do with the past, whether it's having lost, and, you know, crying over spilt milk. There are regrets here in that Five of Cups. This is emotional, being at an in-between stage of looking back at the past, and then emotionally being ready for the Six of Cups, which is on offer from your person here. So there's something still pending, and I feel that that's sort of those poisonous thoughts, emotions, or a sense of loss relative to the past. It could have to do with controlling situations. It could have to do with someone holding back on their desires, on their truth, on speaking their emotional truth. Time lost, right? All these things. Let's see what's at the bottom here. And we've got Judgment, crisis, decisions, critical moments, a possible resurrection, help coming through from spirit, second chances at a resurrection of a certain relationship, or generally speaking, your love life. And there is the Empress. So obviously this is Venus, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio comes through very strong as well. just looking, we've got all the energies here. What's the Empress sitting on? She's sitting on the King of Wands. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. I'm wondering if the Empress is not a mother or a motherly figure or an advisor that this King of Wands is someone that would take action, someone that can create, someone that will chase what they desire. And this could be, this King of Wands could be seeking advice. Yes, could be a fire sign, could also be a Scorpio. Seeking advice. Could be a motherly figure or could be an older sister or something like that. Now I would say, because I do see the Empress many times in that Aries energy, she didn't get to this throne by chance. She's obviously taken many chances in her life as well. And yes, she's all about patience. Yes, she's all about justice. Remember, she is Taurus and Libra. Libra is relationships. It's equality. It's peace and justice, but also values, support, a promise of resourcefulness where love is concerned, possibly also money. So what's the King sitting on? King of Swords. We've got a King of Swords and a King of Wands. If this is the same person in the Divine Masculine, the King of Swords is someone that is more detached. They see things through a logical lens, whereas the King of Wands would be someone that's ready to take action. Now, these could be, we could be talking about the Empress dealing with two different people. She could have two choices, obviously. King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Yeah, King of Swords and King of Wands. Fluctuating emotions, if this is the same person, back and forth, are hot and cold coming from the Divine Masculine. Whereas the Empress, she knows her worth and she's very patient and she's waiting on that second chance, possibly as well. Unless, let's look at the King of Swords. They're sitting on the Knight of Swords. So Aquarius comes through very strongly. Possible separation and divorce. She could also be leaving a fire sign. The King of Swords could be just looking at things from a more clear perspective, but also an advisor, right? It could be a possible movement towards separation. Now, they could be, obviously, they could be at odds and in opposition, right, for the heart of this Empress. Nevertheless, there's been some sort of ending and a death process, which brings, obviously, endings bring new beginnings. But there's been a lot of crisis. A seed has been planted. She's done the work and she's patient. She knows she's going to give birth at some point. She's waiting on that critical moment, I guess. Let's take some other cards and see what's going on. Let's look at the Tower of Sexual Magic. Let's look at your person. 3 cards for your person. How are they feeling? How are they connecting with you? Where the more intimate side of the relationship is concerned. And you know, when we say intimacy, it doesn't have to be physical. It could be emotional as well, or even fantasies. Let's look at your person. What's going on for them? We've got the Six of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe I don't know if you're dealing with someone that is quite successful in their life. Six of Wands is Leo energy. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles. Now, they may feel as though there are huge social differences between the two of you, even financial. Your financial standing is very different. They are feeling left out in the cold. It could be that the energies from them to you now are more crystallizing. I mean, we've got Six Pentacles here. So they're getting more grounded. Lots of physical changes, maybe even through decisions that they're making. They want to succeed possibly with you. And there's a lot of detachment. I don't know if you've been in contact, because maybe for many of you, you come from different parts of the world, or you believe different things. You saw the relationship from a different lens to your person nevertheless. But the Ace of Pentacles is on offer here. And the Ace of Pentacles for me is long term. Let's move in together. They are possibly also physically going through a lot of changes in their life. And the Ace of Pentacles could also be a possible new home for them, or like they're setting up the nest. They're in preparation to make this offer. Remember, aces are opportunities. Let's look at you. So there is a lot of desire since we've got the Six of Wands. It's like you are like a trophy. They want to accomplish you. They want to have you with them. But the Five of Pentacles could say also that they may suffer financial loss because of your relationship, in whichever way that works. Let's take your energy, your cards. You have the Tower. The Two of Swords. I feel that some of you have got choices, and you're in a deep dilemma here about which way to go. I suppose possibly also you may not trust that you are the only person in their life because of the Tower. We see a very sexual card, but a lot of sort of fight and pushback and fear possibly of change. You may be thinking that your person is in another relationship and they fear change, right? The Two of Swords is like you're feeling that things are up in the air. You may also, if there is another person, if you are the third person, you may be hoping that you are their choice. Let's take one more. And we've got the Chariot. The Chariot, which is overcoming any obstacles. The Chariot is transition, movement. Yes, you may be in a physical distance from this person, and you're wanting to get over any limitations or any restrictions. Some of you may also fear getting intimate. Fear getting intimate with this person unless they're going to be serious with you. And I also get, obviously, the Tower is a huge shift. You could be going through some sort of an awakening, and some sort of receiving some news that a choice has been made and that you are overcoming any obstacles. This could also be a possible invitation. Because I feel that some of you may think that you're being taken as a fool, like they're playing with you and they're not serious about this relationship as well. So the Chariot and the Tower, two major arcana. So for your person, there's more free will. For you, you need to go with the flow because the hand of spirit is taking you where you need to go. The general energy is the Page of Swords. There could be communication. You could also be looked at, you're being spied on through social media. I don't know if there is communication. If there isn't, maybe your person is spying on you. Maybe you're looking at their social media, right? There's like a learning curve that you're going through. Beneath that is the Ten of Pentacles. This could be you finding out that someone could be, and the World card and the Ten of Pentacles, that your person is coming out of another relationship, finding out that they've gone through separation, divorce, that they've succeeded in that and now they're free. The Ten of Pentacles turns into the Ace, which they have. This could be news that you're finding out about. Could be. It could very well be. Let's take another layer. But before we do that, let's make some space on our table here. I want to see what is going on in the emotional department relative to this. Ooh, okay, this card was in this deck. What is it? We've got the King of Swords, so do pay attention to that. King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. There could be communication, or possibly someone's going through possible law proceedings, a divorce settlement. Someone is going to speak their truth, clear the air. Let's look at the psyche of your person. Whenever you receive this message, this is done on the 15th of May, but do take the message when you receive it. Let's look at your person. Divine timing, so like the Wheel of Fortune, big fated changes. The Victim, we've got very strong Jupiterian energies here. Pisces, Jupiter. In divine timing, there's going to be a surrender, a releasing of the victimhood, of the blocks, and overcoming the fear. Because this is like the hand of spirit and fate. Divine timing is at play. Your person is fearing releasing some karma of the past, fearing seeing the truth, fearing acknowledging that you were right, fearing acknowledging that they've deceived you, and also maybe fearing that you may be, if you are in another relationship, that they're still the third person. Let's take one more on that fear. Solitude. So you see, they've been very quiet. They're going through a lot of fated events that you have no idea about. It's like they're the hermit. At some point, they're going to come out. They've been seeing that the light going within. Let's look at you and your psyche at this time. But with the solitude, which is like the hermit, they may also be seeking advice from a doctor. They may be going through depression. They may be seeing a psychiatrist about the fears that they hold where change is concerned. Or possibly also getting out of victimhood. And I feel it's got a lot to do with their childhood because of Chiron in Aries. This is the open wound of the warrior, fearing coming forth for whatever reason. Your energy, spring. Purge. Patience. You're waiting on that opening. You're waiting on your person, possibly your person after maybe you've gone through a breakup. Maybe you closed the door. Or maybe you're waiting on your person if they're in another relationship to go through that plutonian, that death process. That could be for both of you. Some of you are waiting for someone to open up and share those skeletons in the closet, which could be fears or secrets that they've withheld from you. You're waiting on an offer as well. And that offer could be, let's get intimate, let's get closer. If not emotionally, at least then also possibly physically. Let's take one more. We've got tribe. You're waiting for your person to understand that you are meant to be together. Or you're waiting, yes, some of you are hoping to purge and let go of a relationship that you held that put blocks up relative to happiness and romance. Maybe you've been going through a shadow period as well with the purge card. Observer, someone is checking you out through social media. And some of you may have received invitations from people on social media that you are not familiar with. They could be the friend of your person. That could be your person with another name. Let's see what they're sitting on. Healing. There is the conclusion, there is the key, and there is Chiron. Healing, 2 cards of healing. I don't know if this tower moment is going to be like you're going to understand that you're being followed, or that your person is still interested but they're not wanting to show their true intentions. Let's take another layer, but we'll be taking the layer with another deck. We'll be taking the little love messages today, generally speaking. So if you've received those messages, then there's something in this reading for you. Why do we have the 2 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords? A difficult decision, I get. Someone is not sleeping well at night. Because, as the song says, you spin my head right round, right round. Too much thought, too much worry. Very Gemini. Very Gemini energies, that 9 of Swords. Indecision. We've got the Emperor. We did see the Empress there. We saw the King of Wands and we saw the King of Swords. So who's going to take the position of the Emperor? Who's going to take responsibility? There's a lot of worry around that, possibly because the Emperor does hold a lot of responsibilities. Could be to a family unit, could be too many obligations if this is a business owner, an entrepreneur. Why do we have the challenge of the 9 of Swords? We've got the Sun. Waiting on that light to come through. Waiting on someone to, and this is the Emperor. The Emperor would be the 9 of Swords, right? I don't know if I could be vulnerable. I don't know if I can air out that inner child of mine, says the Divine Masculine. There is fear. Of course, children could also play a big role because the Emperor is usually a father. Lots of worries concerning a child or that inner child, or a lot of memories coming through. A lot of those, that psychosis of a difficult childhood coming through as this Emperor needs to take responsibility. I don't know, this is like, for me, your person trying to follow in the footsteps, maybe not even make the same mistakes as their father did. And this is like, I'm getting your person trying to be so responsible, and I'm getting Atlantis, the god Atlantis, who was holding the sky from the earth, from Gaia, so that no more Titans would be born. It's like a catastrophe. So trying to hold up the whole sky, and that's a really heavy responsibility that possibly the Divine Masculine is going through right now, I guess. Unless it's them trying to fit into the shoes of the Emperor right now. They could have other responsibilities that are not helping them fill in those Emperor's shoes for their Empress at this time. Let's look at the Page of Swords. We've got the Chariot. There's possibly physical distance between the two of you. There may have been also you may have traveled and visited and connected with this person in the past. There's talk of migration, movement, change of homes in the past. So I don't know if this resonates for you. Let's look at the make love, not war with this Seven of Swords. The Thief. We've got a Nine of Pentacles. Someone not fearing and being truthful, I get. This is who I am. This is what I can offer you. Maybe there hasn't been also truth about someone being independent and alone. Or the information withheld in the past could be, remember the control, I'm controlling my wild beast from within, I'm controlling my desires. Then it could be the divine masculine holding back on how they see you, and they see you as, because the Nine of Pentacles is very much the Empress energy, very much so. Holding back on their desires and letting you know what place they hold, what place you hold in their life. But this is also an energy of, if you cannot provide me with that security, that long term, I'm okay being on my own as well. Someone plays music in their free time, or they just love music. I don't know how that speaks to you personally. Another 9 there. Now the Eight of Pentacles holds the Five of Wands. A lot of internal conflict, a lot of, I don't know if I can share this information. I've been through so much. How will they take it? I feel that this is more so your person thinking. And because if they've been sneaky and withheld a lot from you, maybe done something that you were not happy with, you've closed the door on them and you are happy to be alone. Now you can flip the energies, because we've got the solitude like the Nine of Pentacles on your person's side. How will they take it? There's a lot of conflict internal. There could possibly be external relative to work. It could be your work. It could be your financial situation. It could also be, how do I break the news? How do I share my information, whether it's with you or with others? Could be past, it could be family members. I don't know. I see a lot of conflict around whether I keep working on something. Let's take one more. We've got the Six of Wands, 5 and 6 of Wands. Yes, I am going to invest more. Yes, I am going to follow through. Yes, I am going to, and I need to believe that I can succeed. We know that there's great admiration in the Six of Wands and capabilities. Even though someone's got cold feet, they still want to put in the effort. Let's see the promise of that Nine of Cups in the near future, which the near future could be even June for some of you. It is a 9, so I don't know, pay attention to the 9th of June. For some of you, it could even be September, the 9th month. Let's look at that Nine of Cups. We've got Judgment, so there is the second chance. Judgment twice. And the Empress. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's been worth the wait, I'm going to say. We've got the Empress and the Emperor here. Both people ready to take their positions, to take the responsibility. This is what I truly want. This is what I truly desire. But the hand of spirit is there. You may be going through a little bit of a crisis, but you know, this could also say that someone's going to unravel all their secrets when they've had a few drinks, a few more than what they can handle. They may be at a party, at a get-together. And the offer comes through, Knight of Cups. Now, I was going to take the next position, so I'm going to take it here. Knight of Cups is an offer that someone is not 100% sure about. Obviously, there could also be Empress, Emperor. Could also be two people that are in a marriage. And the Empress could be also connecting with someone that is younger, or this is someone younger that's sending you love messages. Take it as it resonates. Let's take one more on this Knight of Cups, because many of you are expecting heated love messages, possibly also sexting. There's the Three of Cups. Some of you are celebrating these offers, these messages that are coming through. And you're also having a drink yourself. Some of you are connecting and sharing this information with your friends, that you've got second chances. There are 4 cups here. You've had missed opportunities. Now maybe the opportunities are returning. Let's look at your person. Let's look at your person with that 6 of Cups. We've got the Hanging Man. Looks like they've seen things from a different perspective. They possibly have been dealing with a lot of karmic purging and releasing. And maybe they're also sacrificing themselves for this relationship. Maybe this is someone that's sacrificed a lot for others. If they've been in another relationship, remember they've got the Pisces card, the sacrifice here, the victimhood. Maybe they're releasing even a victimhood mentality where it comes to your relationship. There's the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So they come through as a page. They're coming through as very playful, very unexpectedly. They've got a lot of doubts relative to whether their offer would be accepted by you. If you've released and let go, I feel that it's sort of turned the tables. They've seen things now. They've sort of seen your perspective of the situation, maybe your sacrifices that they've acknowledged now. They're looking for a way to return, and I feel this is the same message that we had in last week's reading. For some of you, they may be fearing, if they're a father and they've got children, that you may not accept them with their children. If this is someone that, this could be a father that's got their children, a child or their children with them. And they may be fearing that you are not going to be accepting their children. So that's another fork in the road for them. Let's take one more on that Page of Cups. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So see, they come along possibly with family, or this is someone that's very abundant, or this is someone, remember the Ten of Pentacles? Remember we had, we did see the Ten of Pentacles somewhere, I think. We did see it somewhere, but nevertheless, the Ace of Pentacles, I did say, turns into the, it's like an ending, right? The Ten of Pentacles, I think we saw it. There it is. There's the Ten of Pentacles that we saw. So, yes, this could be someone that is financially very sound, but also someone who is releasing a past relationship. And maybe there is so much, there could also be so much security and certainty about this offer that's coming through. So it could be the beginning of something that can, a relationship that can reach and get to a family situation. So something that will be very stable and long term. Let's take that Four of Pentacles. We've got the High Priestess, which is the High Priestess we know is lots of secrets, lots of inner wisdom, not being sure about trusting in their higher self and what their higher self is telling them. The High Priestess is a third party usually. She's the third person. But also, it could be your person that's not fully trusting their intuition. Things are up in the air. This could possibly be, if you're someone very spiritual and your person is someone that's more, that doesn't believe in that sort of, in mysticism. That could be another fork in the road, another issue that they have. that could be a bit of an issue for them. Let's take one more. And I feel that they may not fully trust you, or you may fully not trust them. We've got the Magician. Remember, the Magician could be trickery also. But yes, this is Mercury. So we do have Pisces, Virgo. We've got so many. We've got all the energies here. We've got Cancer. We've got Aries. Aries, Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio. Repeating messages, such as the Empress showing up twice. Let's look at the outcome. Let's not focus on those 3 of Cups, but on the 2 that are still standing. There's the 4 of Cups. This is like going back and forth. That's why we had the 2 of Pentacles. Things are a bit up in the air. Nine of Swords. Still a lot of worry. And the Page of Pentacles. For some of you, a message is taking longer to come in. For some of you, your person may still be stuck in those that remorse pertaining to the past. For others of you, this is someone's torn between their happiness and their children. I will take 3 Sibilas on that. I want more clarity. 7 of Pentacles. For some of you, someone needs more time. Let's look at the outcome here. And I'm going to say for some of you, if this person is coming through as a page, this may not be enough for the Empress, right? She wants an Emperor. She doesn't want a page. What is and why do we have the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles? We do have the Gran Signore, and this is either any of the kings or the Emperor. There is a lot of ego and a fair bit of vanity here, but there's also someone who's got a name for themselves, possibly someone worrying about their reputation, about what the world is going to say. You know, about being generous and open with their heart. We've got Fortuna, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And we've got pride and vanity. Your person might still be fearing, if there is a third party, that they are the third person still, because the Superbia, remember, these 3 cards are just amazing on their own. They do speak to a lot of fated changes, abundance, luck, a spiritual connection, but can also speak to vanity. It can speak to riches. It can speak to, but also power struggles. Remember, the male peacock is very aggressive many times, and especially where there's competition. This king is turning his back on competition. He doesn't want to have. This is like the 5 of Swords. Look, I don't want to have any part of this, because I've got a reputation to protect. My name cannot be dragged through the mud. I need to know that the path is clear for me, and that there won't be gossip. But also that I will hold the higher position because of their position in society. Or if this is the Emperor, of course the Empress is not going to be higher up than the Emperor. The Empress sits just below the Emperor, even next to the Emperor. Remember where are we? Remember the Black Moon Lilith. She demands respect. And that's why there are quite a few mysteries. Things need to come out. We need to come out of that 12th house escapism and solitude, and see that there is possibility through taking a chance. But even with the help of Spirit, obviously, the part of fortune, is not something that we can steer. This is circumstantial events that do bring increase. And we've got the fortuna there as well, which speaks to success. So obviously this Gran Signore, maybe their first priorities were success. So love was put on the back burner. So I guess the Empress would say, if I'm not your first priority and I take back seat all the time, then I'm closing the door on you. But there's a lot of mystery that needs to be released, a lot of things that need to be opened. We are looking at moments of crisis and rebirth, regeneration, justice, fairness, wisdom, and abundance, happiness. These are possibilities here. Opportunities, yes, with that Four of Cups. There's no point in being the worrywart, which is the Nine of Swords, being too much in our heads and thinking about things. It's more about looking into the future, Page of Pentacles, and looking at that pentacle that's on offer, because pages are messengers. So there is a message that's going to come through of promise for the future. So far, it hasn't been easy, especially with the Control card. We've got the Two of Cups and the Casa here, the home, the stability, the security, right? Let's have a look at that Control card. Number 8. In order to flourish, relationships must be fluid and free rather than overly rigid and controlled by emotional neediness or insecurity. It's important to master your emotions so that they do not rule the relationship. A partnership based solely on emotion is out of balance and out of control. Self-control is the key here. Remember, we did see the key. And this speaks to self-control. Mute, you see, this is like blocking someone, not talking with someone because of emotional wounds. We're looking for resolutions to heal and align. And yes, there may be some questions that are answered at this point. Act from a combination of emotion and intellect, and your relationship will thrive and grow. Be sure that your influence is gentle and loving. This is not the time for domination. This card asks you to accept another person's uniqueness and to not require that person to conform to a mold of your choosing just to make you feel more comfortable. This card also serves as a reminder to come from compassion and understanding rather than anger or frustration. Now is the time for patience, steadiness, and clear thinking. Apply these qualities to your relationship with others and with yourself. If you're involved with a difficult personal situation, try to look through the other person's eyes and experience what his or her heart and soul feels. Try to see the situation from another perspective, which is what your person is trying to do with that hanging man. With self-control comes confidence. Allow a situation to unfold and detach yourself from the outcome. Don't try to control it. The end result of self-control and confidence is supreme peace. Take some time to examine how control, in its many aspects, is affecting your relationships. This is what the message is saying, that you need to seriously think of in which way are you trying to control this situation. Control comes in many, many forms. Let's take an energy oracle card. Thank you, Spirit. What is the advice? Walking away. Interesting. Why is it interesting? Because I took this card for myself today and it was in the reverse. So as a general advice card, I took it for myself today, and it's not You saw me shuffle. It's impossible that the same cards come out unless it speaks to the energies. Number 27, which equals a 9. My dear friends, 9s are endings. They are the completion of a cycle. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing, but you're now ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional pattern, or false belief. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's in the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have got the readiness, and resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. Let's read the reverse, because for some of you, this walking away could be in the reversed message. This card reverse signals that you may be feeling very stuck in some present situation or location. There may be a job or a relationship that no longer resonates with you. Yet out of habit or perhaps fear, the fear card is on your person's side. You allow yourself to stay when it might be healthier to consider walking away. Habit and familiarity are compelling forces, often causing people to ignore their intuition and even dishonor their genuine feelings. This is a time of honest investigation. Consider all of the factors in the present situation. Perhaps the timing isn't quite right, and there may be some purpose in staying a little while longer. Don't deceive yourself about your motivations. However, fear-based decisions don't often work out in your highest interests. You also may be stuck in a long-term personal habit or unhealthy pattern. Be aware that you always have the option and the responsibility to let go of any thought or behavior that no longer honors you. Whenever you walk away from negativity, you always move towards greater happiness. And this message is it speaks to stuck energies, very much the Saturnian stuck energies. But if we're looking at the astrology, my dear friends, and of course Pisces could also be unhealthy habits. Saturn is in a very good aspect now to Venus. So if there's been a blocked door, a limiting thought, let's say, a perception of getting out of this, we see a portal, we see the gate. She's walking away. This is what will initiate and instigate the new beginning. This could be a chapter that you're leaving behind. It could be a false sense of I need to control this situation. This could be what someone is walking away from, your person. Nevertheless, take the messages as they resonate. It is a number 9. 9 has come through very strongly indeed today. So that could be a very important number for you. Right? I don't know. I'd love to hear your comments. Let's take the love messages. 9 could be your path number, Your person may feel as though they don't belong with you, that they're not good enough to be with you, that they're not part of your tribe. They may feel embarrassed about things that they've done in the past. I don't know. But we do have the casa here, the Two of Cups. Beneath that is Amore. Here is little Cupid. It's the Four of Cups, which is also up here. Cupid's love arrow, which is a very poisonous arrow, but it is, remember, it's this is the love child of Venus and Mars, the lovers of the zodiac. So we've got 2 fives, 2 Five of Cups. Why did you leave me? How could you? What went wrong? And I regret the moment that I let you go. So a lot to do with breakups. Remember, this was the outcome card, the Five of Cups. Incredible. My life is empty without you. I'll do whatever it takes to get you back. And the Eight of Pentacles is up here. This is what's on either your mind or their mind. We've come a long way and you've proven your devotion to me. I love you. This is not something that's easy for them to tell you. It's very burdensome. Your love touched my soul. I hate you. Oh my God. I will ruin your life. I'm no good for you. I will never forget you. I will always love you. You're my other half. I feel it. You left me in the dark, stuck on you. Don't ever think that I don't love you and that I forgot you. I will always be here for you with open arms. You are very attractive. I don't know if I can keep my hands off you. Waiting for you to make your choice. I won't be waiting forever. I've made space for you in my life. You are my sun. You are my soul. Someone in the past has made space for the other person and they have not shared that. Our love affair still haunts me. And I want you with me. I want you to be mine. I can't live without you. I dreamt of you before I met you. This is like the marriage card. Oh my goodness. It's like the portal. What can I say, my dear friends? What can I say? I want to take lastly what is the common emotions between you and your person relative to intimacy, whether it's physical or emotional. What do you both feel that is the same emotions relative to intimacy? How are you feeling at this time, you and your person? And you have the Four of Swords. See, there's inaction between you and your person. You're both needing healing. Remember that the Four of Swords is like, there's been a heartbreak, obviously. The Three of Swords comes before the Four. This is also like a form of control, making someone do something that they don't want to do. So it's a form of control in whichever way that's made. Remember, the Four of Swords is the warrior that's come from battle. On their mind is those Three of Swords, that heartbreak, that disappointment. Beneath them is the Ace of Swords, which is the sword of truth and the sword that this warrior will use to clear the air. The Four of Swords is a card that comes after the Three of Swords, before the Five of Swords, which is telling me that this relationship, this union has not ended. Your person and you are ready to go into a very cutting Five of Swords energy, whether it's clearing the air or whether you're going to have the gift of the gab, being able to find a way to get out of a difficult situation through intelligence. But also, if in the future, there could also be a verbal fight, like, hits under the belt. But, and this also says for some of you that there's still third parties in the picture, because the Five of Swords comes after that. And then we've got the Six of Swords. Right now, your mutual card is the Four of Swords. Let's see what else. I know you're on the edge of your seats now, so thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It really does help. And your donations, if you feel like you want to buy me a cup of coffee or even join us on Patreon. Thank you so much. We do a lot there on Patreon. We do work very hard for Patreon. And you also have the opportunity to get either 10 or 15 or 20% off personal readings. So check us out. We've got Judgment. Both of you are wanting a second chance. Both of you know that there's a crisis ahead and important decisions under a lot of pressure that will be taking place. You both may be also sending your wishes out to Archangel Michael, to Spirit, to guide you. And we've got the Four of Cups. There's the Four of Cups again. You're hoping for second chances, both of you. Incredible, because why with the Four of Cups, why haven't these opportunities, these emotional chances been viable for you? Because either you or your person or both of you have been in emotional, unhappy situations. But this comes in the future. Okay, and it's the Four of Cups, which obviously says to me that it comes after the Three of Cups. There's a potential of a meeting, a get-together, where the opportunity returns. So chances missed returning as part of fortune. There's increase, and it's all happening in divine timing, my friends. Judgment, remember, is Scorpio, it's Pluto, and it is a number 2. So a lot to do with decisions. Some of you need to leave past relationships. It is a number 20. It comes after the Sun, which is a number 19. And the Sun is clarity, it's healing. But the Sun can also speak to ego. There's no ego where a resurrection is concerned, because obviously there's been a death. There's been change. And obviously some of you have judged your person very harshly, or they've judged you, or there's been a wrong judgment made. We've got 2 4s. 4, 2, 4. 4, 2, 4. That equals a 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. It turns into an ace. All right, my darlings, let's just get a peek here. We've got Temperance here, number 14. Yes, okay. God, what a reading this was. You will have to listen again and again. The messages are many here. Whatever is meant to be, I would say. Remember the King of Swords that's come through just out of the blue. King of Swords does speak his truth, but he clears the air. The truth may hurt, and of course the King of Swords could also be someone that you may be detaching from, because the King of Swords does speak to legalities, does speak to intelligence. This is like the energy of Uranus. We did have the Tower today on Instagram. So expect the unpredictable. You never can predict what you will hear about, what you will find out about, what you will be communicating about today. Anything legal could be coming through as well. But also a lot to do with clearing the air, using your logic, not being stuck in a vicious cycle of just perception, your own perception, but more so looking at things from a more clear, detached point of view. And Uranus is very freeing, remember. Aquarius will tell you the truth, whether it's easy or whether it's hard. The truth always helps us be released, frees us. It takes that heaviness from our chest. So maybe truth is very necessary right now. And come what may, I'm going to say. All right, my darlings, so I think I will leave it there. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and connecting with us. Don't forget to join us on Instagram. I will be doing in the next couple of days, look out for it, DD12, Divine Debut 12. I will be doing a title that was given to me by one of my friends, Love or Lust. So make sure you subscribe, you like and share. Join us on Divine Debut 12. The more people we have there, the more we'll be doing more readings there. And let's see what those blessings will be that are coming through very unexpectedly. Finally, I'm going to say. Some of us may have realized some blessings. There's much more to come, though. Look out for the 18th and the 23rd of May. Fantastic energies, but also the days coming up to those. I'd love to hear about your blessings, okay, and your rewards, okay, because if you're not receiving, first of all, Jupiter is protecting us from the worst case scenarios. Secondly, if you're not thinking positively, then you're blocking off the energies, the blessings that are there, ready for the taking. So if you're really not receiving anything, of course, it will play a major role from and depending on your birth chart and how the transits affect you personally through your birth chart. But remember, we're all part of the collective, and collectively, where the planets are now, yes, there are many blessings, many rewards, a lot of abundance. You need to trust, you need to believe that. And good luck, I'm going to say. Love and light, everyone. Just letting you know, Gaia and Agape are sleeping at this time. It's quiet time, so they usually sleep. So that's why they did not join us today. Thank you for chatting with us as this video is premiering. And thank you for commenting. It does help the channel. I will be back. Love and light to all of you. And yes, randomly, you may expect to see me before next Tuesday. Love you all so much. Stay tuned, stay strong, stay believing.